Hey guys, Intel25 here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I wanted to touch base on a game called Pokemon Arceus, Legend of Arceus. My thing is that the graphics is not as good as the how you say Scarlet and Violet per se. Yeah, the graphics are a little bit get better in that one, but it's also, there's Diamond and Pearl, which is, a 2D type game, sky view type thing or whatever. My thing is, I kind of want to touch base on this. So this is personally me, my favorite Pokemon game. One of my favorite, only for the simple fact that the way you catch Pokemon is totally different than how you would catch Pokemon in the other Pokemon game. My thing was is that should they continue to make another Pokemon Legend Arceus game? And yes, the only thing that kind of takes away from it was uh, the ability to transfer Pokemon, which why they went that route, I don't know. I know there's other reviews out there on YouTube stating what happened to this game, why is it this, why is it that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to just give my personal review, and is it still worth it in 2023? And yes, the game is still worth it in 2023, despite its flaws in some areas that they took out of the game. But what really shines into the game is the gameplay aspect of Pokemon, of this game. Uh, this particular game. This kind of sets itself away from the other Pokemon games, as you can see. I mean, the graphics are not as good as Diamond and Pearl or Remake, with a remake, or Violet and Scarlet and Violet. You know, they're pretty good too, but I do think that with uh, Game Freak, they kind of need to update their graphic mechanics. To be honest with you, I do agree upon that. I know a lot of people are saying, well, they need to do this and do that. Yeah, they do. They kind of do, but they're kind of running on an old engine. It would be nice to see a Pokemon game done in Unreal Engine 5, which that would look really nice. But we all know about how Nintendo and how the Pokemon Company, how they are as far as updating anything. They like to come out with something new, but they also like to cut corners a little bit, which is unfortunate. I like Nintendo, which is true, but with them, they they like to cut corners. You know, they don't like to be. They like to be innovative, which is fine. That does cost a lot of money to be innovative. Same with the Pokemon Company. They like to be a little innovative, but the problem is that they stick with the same formula over years and years and years. Which it took them a long time to switch from the top-down view of the Pokemon franchise. Good, you know, from the Diamond and Pearl, or we'll say my favorite, which is Soul Silver. You know, it took them a long time to get away from that franchise. You know, not that franchise, but that top-down view of how the game was. I do think the graphics has come a long way as far as when the game was released on the Game Boy Advance. Like when it came out on the Game Boy Advance, or the Game Boy at the time, I think it came a lot better. Yes, as far as that goes, yeah, definitely. And if you want to compare the graphics to that, yeah, it is a lot better. So a lot of people just want better graphics, better this, better that. But the problem is that a lot of these companies are not willing to dish out the money. Unfortunately, when Scarlet and Violet came out, it was really buggy, and Game Freak hasn't bothered to fix it per se in some areas, and they need to really taking their time into making uh, their Pokemon game, which I thought they did pretty well on this game particularly. I know that, like I said, like stated before, the graphics are not as good as the other games, but like I said, the battle system is what really shines in this game. Of how you can fight Pokemon, other Pokemon, and how you can catch Pokemon in this game. So let's get started. Let's get blah blah blah. We're gonna get past all this. Okay, so throwing the Pokeball is a little different in this one. Like I said, it's not your same one, same traditional Pokemon, but it is. But the game is worth it in 2023, definitely. If you see it out there on the shelf or on the at the store or whatever, go ahead and pick it up. It is worth picking up. It is worth giving it a try. It's just that you're not gonna be able to. Oh, I put the kitchen. Nope. Okay, try Ashua. We don't want Ash. Well, Cyndaquil or Ashua. Comment down below which one you would pick. Would you go between Ashua or Cyndaquil? I like them both, to be honest with you. I really do like them both. So if I had to choose, I like Ashua, but I have to go Cyndaquil. I have to go Cyndaquil. Let me see if I can find Cyndaquil. So as you can see, you can aim the Pokeball. As you can see, you can aim it, and it is a lot better than it was. So, but you can also have your Pokemon fight for you. So if you're running around to another area, you want to pick up something off the ground, and your Pokemon is right there, still fighting with you. So that's why I said that the battle system in this game is a lot better than your previous Pokemon game. Where you had your character just standing there and your Pokemon is fighting and you picking the move. So this one's a little bit better as far as that part goes. My thing is that I think the graphics could a little bit better to be honest with you. Um, like I said, would I have liked to see it in Unreal Engine 5? Yeah, definitely. Or even Unreal Engine 4. You know, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, we already know how the Game Freak is. They don't want to fork out the money to extra studios because if you bought because if some of you guys don't know, with the game engines and stuff like that, if you borrow an engine from another company, you have to pay them royalty. So whatever game, if you run an Unreal Engine 5 for Pokemon, they would have to pay royalty to whoever owns the Unreal 5 engine. So that's why they kind of come out with their own engine. But if they do develop a new engine, it will take a couple of years, if not more, just for them to develop that engine. So that's why they kind of stick with the same engine, which is why I guess is why they went with the same engine over and over again. In my thoughts. So we're gonna catch a Cyndaquil here. Whoop. I didn't mean for that hit where first one to hit, so it didn't hit. So okay. If you run out of Pokeballs, let's see. Okay. I do kind of do my own take on Pokemon and Pokemon games and Nintendo games. for my channel particularly, I like to do my version of what I think, and I try to give you guys the best honest opinion. I'm not anywhere like between IGN and Angry Joe and whoever. I think he went downhill, but please, that's just another story. But I just try to get my thought and take on what the games are and if they're worth buying, and I try to give you my best honest opinion. I'm not biased by anybody where I try to make videos and whatnot. I just try to give my honest best opinion of what somebody wants, of what they want. Oh wow, okay, so I'm guessing we're catching all of them. It's been a while since I played this game, unfortunately, so in this game particularly, you can sneak up on a Pokemon and throw the Pokeball. So let's see if we can sneak up. Okay, so you can lock on to a Pokemon. But yes, I do think this game is worth it in 2023. Is it by far one of the better Pokemon games as far as battle system? Yes, I did say that several times. And the thing is that the reason why, like I said, compared to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, I know they're the good games, and I know they have their flaws, but I just think that I thought that Game Freak had something going, and I thought this is the direction they were gonna go as far as how they make their Pokemon games. Um, but unfortunately, they took out, like I said before, they took out the ability to trade Pokemon or trade your old Pokemon to this game or whatnot. So it's kind of a hit and miss, to be honest with you, and I do say that on my channel a few times, which is a hit and a miss. It is a hit, yes, as far as battle system, but it is also a miss because they missed so many opportunities in the game, which kind of got a lot of people upset about it. So, which was kind of disappointing, and I say, and I wish they could have done a little bit better. But like I said, the battle system is what really where it shines at is the battle system. I'm sorry, stuttering there a little bit, and I think it's worth buying in 2023 if you can if you can find it and pick it up, because it is going to be one of those games later down the line that even though it's not as popular as your mainline Pokemon, but it is a really good game to look at. But it's also good. It's also good that they're taking a look at how the Pokemon franchise began in another, like, oh, okay, it happened back in the past, it happened during this time, which was pretty cool, but like I said, I kind of feel like they dropped the ball just a tiny bit, but it is what it is. So, like I said, that's my take and thought. It is worth it in 2023. As you saw, I showed you a little gameplay. All you're gonna be doing is running around. You don't get a bicycle like in the other games. You do not. You start walking around and you start walking and walking. And you can, I think later on, unlock the fast travel. Like I said, I haven't played this game in a while, but you can unlock the fast travel later on. I do have this game on my other Switch, this is like my second Switch for this channel, as I stated before. But for my main Switch, I have all my game data on it and stuff like that. So like I said, that's my take and thought. I mean, I can't go too more. I can't go too far. Mm, I can, but I'm just saying I don't want to like go too far and make this video as long as it needs to be because you guys already know there's reviews out there. It, I, like I said, there's IGN out there. There's other videos, other companies out there. We've always seen the videos and reviews and stuff like that. But I kind of wanted to get my honest, best thought opinion to you guys of how I think about the Legend Arceus game, and it is worth picking up. To be honest with you, if I had to honestly, and I'll be truthful with you, and state it is worth picking up. To be honest with you, it really is. Just give it a try. Most people will be like, "Well, I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way." Get past all that. Get past all that. It's worth. It is a game worth picking up and noting. So that's my thought and take on this on Pokemon Legend Arceus. So pick it up. It is worth it. And if you have a kid that like Pokemon games, this would be one of them they probably would like. So that's my thought and take. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm gonna cut the video short today because there's really nothing much to show about and what I said about Pokemon Arceus. It's just that it is worth picking up. Like I said, it is. It is. It is. I would say if I had to give it a scale, to be honest with you, and you want my honest opinion, out of 10, I'd give my scale between 1 and a 10. And then if I had to give a scale out of a 1 and a 10, I could probably give it an 8. To be honest, an 8. It's an 8. Only reason I give it an 8 is what I stated before, is because of how they took out the ability to where you can transfer your Pokemon from other generations from your previous game into this game. So that's why I kind of have to give it a low score, but I have to give it a little high score, and I have to be critical where, the gameplay is good, but the graphics could have been a little bit better, to be honest with you. So, just a little bit, but, I think Game Freak has a lot of work to do on their Pokemon game. So that per se. So I feel like this game is what it is. So like I said, an 8 out of 10. I can give it an 8 out of 10. Just to give my honest thought. If you guys want my honest thought and opinion on it, it is worth picking up in 2023. To be honest with you, is it something that do I feel that Game Freak probably going to continue? I don't know. As far as the gameplay wise, probably. Maybe they probably go back to that mechanic of how the gameplay is. But as far as what they did with the Pokemon and not being able to transfer your current Pokemon kind of was a letdowner. And like if I wanted to trade Pokemon to another friend, I couldn't do that. So that I don't know. That's how it is. So I do think that one of the better newer Pokemon games I would think that is really good, and that would be Sword and Shield. I know a lot of people were upset they took out a lot of Pokemon out of that game, which myself included, but at least you can trade your Pokemon, you can do your traditional Pokemon, you can do your traditional how you trade Pokemon, catch Pokemon, but I think the battle system in here is unique. That's why I kind of wanted to do a review on this, my take and stuff. And I do think because of the battle system, it is worth picking up in 2022. Like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10, so it is worth picking up. If you see the game, pick it up. You can probably get it for like less than like dirt cheap. I would say about probably about $30 if you go secondhand. Probably if you go to GameStop, or if you can catch it at Best Buy or Target or something, it'll probably be like maybe $50, maybe 60. I don't see Pokemon games really going down that much in price, not really per se. So that's my thought and take on it. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe down below. If you guys want to, I want to hear your thoughts and take on Legend Arceus. If you think it is a good game as far as if you agree with me on the battle system, and should Game Freak go ahead and continue, but also make some tweaks and fine changes on it as well. And that's what I think too. So that as long as they can make some fine changes on it, I think it'd be better and stuff like that. So that's my thought and take on it. So if you like this video, like and subscribe down below, and I will catch you guys on the next video. You guys stay awesome out there and be safe and take care of yourself.